girl. Shake that thing, girl. Hello, everybody.
Morning.
Hi, everybody. You see my background?
By the way,
nice? Look, I got a
it's so
TV
nice.
up there. It doesn't work. It doesn't work yet. I got to get it
Well,
working.
that's all right. I mean,
nothing's functioning. Nothing works. It's okay.
Yes, but everybody saw the sunrise through your window yesterday, which was so nice.
It was beautiful, wasn't it? I know. I got the sweetest email about it. I know. It was just so, I know. And I'm like, and I didn't even recognize it because I'm so busy looking at you and your beautiful face. So I didn't see. And then I got the sweetest email. And then I was like, oh my God, there is a gorgeous sun. So today, I'll make sure I go like this a little more today. I got to make sure I like.
Yeah, when it comes, you got to let people see it for sure.
I will.
Because it was really pretty. It was when you got up with Cash. And then I was like, oh, look at the.
It's so pretty. There is a Texas sunrise, right? He's dead on the floor right now. He's completely dead. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
He is getting used to things. You guys, before we talk about our BFFs at Genucel really fast, don't forget, if you have trouble watching in the morning, but you would like to listen and catch up later, put us right here.
Right there.
Tool belt.
Either there or in your back pocket. You can shove us there. And you know, if you're like a perv, you can shove us right in your front pockets too. Right there, next to your junk. Whatever. It's fine. We won't judge. It's okay.
Yeah, just don't, if you could just not tell us about it.
Don't tell us anything about that. All right. Just put us somewhere in a pocket. Okay.
Somewhere in a pocket. And then no matter what podcasting platform you use, we're going to be there and you can just hit play whenever you want. You can take us on the go. That is the beauty of this format.
Right.
Also, we need to tell you about our BFFs at Genucel. At the end of the show, I would like to thank who sent it? This was Cindy DeLange for sending me a really sweet gift basket. In the gift basket, you guys, she sent one of my favorite products. She sent one, and there were so many other lovely things, but she sent me the Genucel XV stem cell therapy anti-wrinkle treatment.
It's the greatest.
Which is one of my favorites. She sent me like the big size, right?
It's the greatest. You just slather it on. Yeah.
That's the one that has the fluff butter technology that we have talked about numerous times. And it's amazing. So you guys, it's always a good time to stock up on Genucel skincare products, but right now, especially because you get their ultra retinol for free when you order the most popular package.
It's magic. It's magic stuff.
It's good stuff.
God, I love Genucel. I love it.
It's great stuff. Genucel.com/chicks. And then when you use code chicks, you get an extra 10% off. You get free shipping and you get the free ultra retinol. So take advantage, you guys. It's a really, really, really good time to get yourself some Genucel.
What's your name again? Your name is Biomechanical. Oh, that's good. I like it. Good.
Thanks. I'm so running out. Oh my God. Yesterday, remember how I was telling everybody that I have this under the table elliptical? So I've been using it all week. I used it all weekend and then I used it yesterday. My inner thighs are so sore.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a thigh master while you do that. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be like, you can't see my thighs, but I'm going to be like doing the thigh master while you're doing that. I think it's only fair. It's only fair that I work my thighs out.
Did you know that one time, because Terry Stacy, back when we worked in radio, Terry Stacy had one in her office, and I got it out one time, and I was like, oh my God, I remember the thigh master, and I sat down, and like I put it in the position, and it snapped out and hit me in the face.
I totally believe it. Those things are dangerous. They should come with a warning.
They can kill you.
They can
kill you.
Be careful, you guys. Be careful.
I have terrible news for people like me who go to bed at a reasonable old person's hour, like at
8 o'clock,
30 or 9 o'clock.
You go to bed at 8 o'clock Eastern. You do.
The State of the Union tonight starts at 9.
WTF?
I am so mad about this. You have no idea. I'm so mad.
No,
because
there will be
obviously I have to watch it.
No middle-aged people will be watching that. Who's watching it? Who? Okay, I actually stay up until like 9:30, 10. I stay up until 10 Central. So that's like 11 o'clock your time. You are so asleep. You're in REM. You have had like 18 REM cycles by that time. By the time I go to bed, you are so asleep.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
I am dead to the world, man.
right.
I am out.
Are you saying it's 9 Eastern? That's when it starts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will be able to watch like at least 2 hours of it, and it's probably
You'll
going to
be
go.
fine.
Yeah. Here's the thing about the State of the Union tonight. There's going to be like 15 rebuttals. Is that what they're calling them? Yeah. When did they start doing that? Because it used to be that there was just a State of the Union. Remember back in the days of yore when they first started this? I think they did it by radio. No, they did it. It was actually on paper. They used to do the State of the Union when it first started. They did it by paper. Like they used to write it. The president would write the State of the Union. That's how it started. I mean, if you like read a history book or something, I believe that's how it started. And so they'd write it down. And they'd be like, here, America, here's the State of the Union. People would be like, thank you very much, Mr. President. And so they'd read it. And now it's become this production, because everything is a damn production. And so they do the State of the Union and they have like 15 people going, I'm going to rebut and I'm going to rebut. And this person, you get a rebuttal. You get a rebuttal. Everybody's rebutting. And it's like, so we get to do that. And then there's like, all these Democrats that are doing
and there's a pre-buttal, because I think Rashida Tlaib is doing hers in advance of the State of the Union.
Oh my God. I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for Rashida Tlaib, who is like, I don't want any prisons. I don't think there should be prisons at all. Like all the murderers should just like run amok. I can't wait for her to be the pre-gamer. Because it's the lunacy of this. Like this is why they're doing it, right? So they can say that he's not far left enough. Is this why they're doing it?
Yeah, that's exactly what. Because they're all mad that Build Back Better isn't done, that like student loans aren't paid for. They're super mad about all the things.
Okay, all right, because it's not bad enough,
right?
Like, that's going to help them.
Problems.
It's going to help them. Yeah, this is great. This is really going to help them for the election cycles coming up.
There is a tranche of rebuttals, you guys. A full tranche. We're going to have the first tranche is going to be Rashida. Then we got Joe. By the way, I mean, it's one problem for me to stay up for this. Will Biden be able to make it through his sleep?
He's going to be
way past his bedtime.
He's going to be pumped full of so many drugs. So many.
He has to be. He has to be, right? Leah from Israel sent a super sticker. She said, Biden's done such a bad job. People can't get it all into a single or even a dozen rebuttals. That's probably right.
It's a great point. She's in Israel? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's our Israel watcher.
Leah is in Israel. I wonder what time it is there.
Leah, tell us what time it is if you get a chance.
Tell us what time it is in Israel.
We'll notice that.
Yeah, I have no concept of that.
I know that as well.
Yeah.
I have so many videos and so many different topics. But I do have a couple of Biden because I'm still looking for Leah to say what time it is. It's all right. If she doesn't tell us, we can absolutely look it up. But because we're talking about the State of the Union, let's talk about Biden first. If you guys have been worried about what's happening in Ukraine and this rising rhetoric about nuclear weapons, Biden would like to put you at ease, you guys. And so this is going to make it all better. Here we go.
Mr. President, should Americans be worried about nuclear war?
No.
There you have it. There you go.
Follow up with, I just crapped my pants. That's basically what happened there.
See? Everything's fine.
Right. Everything's fine, you guys. Fine. Everything's fine. Mm-hmm. As Jill leads him away. Visiting angels. That's exactly what's happening.
Oh my God, that cracks me up. It's almost 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gosh.
2:30 in the afternoon. So they're ahead.
That they are so ahead. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad you're here.
I know, isn't that fun? Okay, so that was the first Biden I wanted to play you. I also wanted to play you. He was recognizing Black History Month yesterday, and you know how one of his big things right now is voting rights. He really, really wants voting rights to be a thing that gets pushed through, which really is just a federal takeover of our elections. But one of the things that he's always been saying it. I mean, for months now, we've heard him say things like Republicans are trying to make it harder for people to vote. if he wants to say that, that's egregious enough on its own. But now he's taking it a step further, and he's actually saying that Republicans don't want Black people's votes to count.
Oh my God.
He's saying this out loud. If you don't believe me, just watch.
We're going to keep pushing on this. And we're protecting our country's threshold liberty, the sacred right to vote, which I've never seen is under such attack. It's always made it harder for Blacks to vote, but this is trying to be able to figure out how to keep the Black vote when it occurs from even counting. Over the past year, we directed federal
There's
agencies
like 3
to
people that are clapping.
Well, that's true. That's true.
There's
but
like 3 people.
Hell?
Yeah, what in hell is right? Meanwhile, this is the guy, we could give you a montage of how completely racist he is. And he has the audacity to point fingers at the Republican Party and be like, they don't want Black people to vote. Seriously, dude? Aren't you the clean and articulate guy? Aren't you?
That's
Remember?
the same. That's the same guy.
It's the same guy. Yeah, plus like a gajillion other examples that I could give of times where he was actually racist.
Mm-hmm. But you GOPers, you guys don't even want Black people's votes to count, you jerks.
Okay.
What a ridiculous thing to say. I mean, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I'm so tired of it. It's tiresome at this point. I'm exhausted by them just like looking at all of us and saying, oh, you're a GOPer, you're racist. You just you hate Black people. What? It's the most unintellectual thing to say. Like you just go ahead and you're tired. You don't want to have a discussion about anything. You don't actually want to win in a fair way. You just want to say you're racist, and then you want to shut down the conversation. I tell my daughter that all the time. I'm like, that's how people win. They win fights in a non-intellectual way, is they call other people racist or sexist or whatever the ist is. I go, that's how dumb.
What do you do with that?
Yeah, I said that's how dumb people do it. That's how dumb people do it, honey. I said, so just you can't win a fight that way. You just walk away because those people are losers and they're dumb. They can't win. They can't be intellectual. They can't sit and talk to you. It's just
the only thing that you can do in response to that is basically be the live version of that GIF of Jennifer Lawrence going, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all you can do. I mean, that's it, right?
It's craziness.
Speaking of craziness, Kamala at the same event yesterday decided inexplicably and probably to the horror of her entire remaining staff, she decided to go off script. And it did not go well for her because I don't even know. First of all, it's not even what she said, which is dumb enough as it is. It's the weird affect that she does with her voice for no reason. Like all of a sudden she starts to talk in this way that it's worse than Hillary doing the thing where she gets the black scent in the Black churches in the South.
Right.
It's worse than that because this doesn't even make sense. Like, I don't know what she's trying to do. Maybe you can help figure it out because it is mystifying to me. Let me make sure it's at the beginning.
We're good.
Here we go.
We're going to decipher Kamala.
Here we go. Elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want. And in this case, they got what they asked for.
What is happening?
I went off script a little bit.
What was that?
I don't even know what happened there. Was she singing? What was she doing?
I don't know.
That was bizarre. I've never seen her do
that.
Do that again. Yeah, do it again.
Hear it again.
Do it again.
All right, here we go.
Because as we all know, elections matter. And when folks vote, they order what they want. And in this case, they got what they asked for. I went off script a little bit.
Oh, did you? Did you go off script? God help you. You went off script a little bit.
If this is what they asked for, like everything is totally borked. So that going off script to say that was so dumb.
Okay. I can't even hear the word she's saying though, because the affect in which she's saying it is so disturbing. It's like, what is she doing? That was I don't know.
I was
very uncomfortable with that whole thing. I don't like that. She needs to never, ever do that again, ever, ever.
Well, I can guarantee you that whoever remains on her team afterwards, we're like, do not go off script again.
Yeah. And now I quit. I'm out of here. Bye. Bye.
I don't know. I don't understand how anybody still works for her. I really don't. I really do not. You guys, after we get off our video this morning, I'm going to be eating. I decided this morning I'm going to have Nutrisystem's cereal. They have like this really yummy, crunchy granola cereal stuff. And I had my husband buy almond milk because I've heard that almond milk is super good for you. So I thought I'm going to try almond milk and see if I like it.
It is good.
Try those things together. That's
all. That's all we ever drink in this house is almond milk. It's
really?
Because I don't drink cow's milk. Isn't that weird? I mean, I'll eat the cows. I don't drink the cows. It's very strange.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, it's good. You'll like it. They have different flavors, Mock. You can get like vanilla and stuff. So it'll be great with all the Nutrisystem cereals and their cinnamon rolls and all their things that they have. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of sweet. Like I noticed just the my husband bought the regular plain old almond milk. It's got a sweetness to it.
Right.
But I'm thinking like with the Nutrisystem granola crunchy yummy cereal.
Yummy. Yeah.
It's going to be
really good. It's really, really good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I love Nutrisystem's food. It's making like this whole eating better, eating smaller portions journey so much easier because everything tastes so good. And you guys right now, if you go to Nutrisystem.com/chicks, you get 50% off any of their weight loss programs. So you can go to the website, check out all the details. They've got a 2-month subscription offer that you can look at, but it's 50% off whatever one you choose. And it's fantastic food. That's the best part, is that it all tastes great. So try Nutrisystem. Seriously, try it. Okay. We need to talk about 2024. So CPAC happened over the weekend. I'm going to show you a clip of what happened with the straw poll, and then we can talk about how the results shook out. Here is, I don't even know who this dude is that's talking about the straw poll. Hi, Cash.
He wanted to say hi to everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello. He'll sit back down. I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. So I don't know who this guy is, but he's at CPAC. He's announcing the results. And then you can hear, it's interesting to listen to the crowd because, of course, it is the crowd who voted in the straw poll. But it's almost like they don't agree with their own results. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, that's weird. That's bizarre.
It's a little weird. So I don't know if I'm just like misinterpreting it, but that's kind of what I took from the applause. So here it is.
Straw poll. What happened? Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to be ahead? Who? Chris Christie.
I love that they're laughing at that.
All right. Here you go. Donald Trump, 59%. So much for him fading. He had 55% last year. Ron DeSantis is at 28%. So, do you agree with those numbers?
Right? Yeah.
So, okay, actually,
who was number 3? Who was number 3?
Dang it, I knew this one, and now I don't remember. Let me look it up.
Trump, DeSantis, and then number 3. It was up on the screen. I didn't see it. Does anybody know? I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
No, I should know it too, because the clip that I actually meant to grab was a little bit longer, because he asks then, so do you agree with this? And I heard in the crowd a lot of people yelling Ron DeSantis's name. Now that could just be because my mind always has a little bit of DeSantis.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not sure. Okay, so here are the results. It said DeSantis trailed Trump, winning 28% of the straw poll. This included the votes of 2,574 attendees. And then let me see. With Trump on the ballot, no one besides DeSantis cracked 2% of the vote. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo got 2%.
Pompeo. Okay, Pompeo.
And then the people that shared 1% were Rand Paul, Kristi Noem, Nikki Haley, Ted Cruz, Glenn Youngkin, and Mike Pence. They all got 1%. So that is how that shook out.
Okay. I don't think that this collection of people is indicative of the country. I don't. Do you?
All the ones I just listed?
Well, no, I don't think that the 2,500 people that were polled at CPAC are an indication of what would happen in the country. Do you?
No. I mean, it's such a small number and it's such a specific group of people.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I will say I'm a little surprised that DeSantis wasn't closer. And again, I'm speaking about that through a huge lens of bias, as everybody well knows. But even with CPAC attendees, I would have thought it would be a little more balanced. And maybe that's just the nature of CPAC now. I don't know. We haven't been obviously since 2010.
And you know what? This may surprise everybody, but I actually went and saw Pompeo speak a couple months ago at an event in Waco. I think if more people actually saw him as a human being and listened to him speak, his number would be higher. He's brilliant and warm and normal and very, very accomplished and
tough. He's tough
and very, very tough, extremely tough. And he would be he'd be a good candidate. I mean, I wouldn't, count him out. He's a good candidate. He really would be up there. He'd be a force to be reckoned with. I'm just putting that out there. I just don't think a lot of it has to do with grooming of people and of PR and spin and media and who's getting the press and who's not, that sort of thing. That's just how these cycles work. And he's never, been put into that position. I know for a fact that I think, or at least I read that he spent, or his group of people spent like tens of thousands of dollars on getting him speaking ready. So
really?
I read somewhere that he spent like $30,000 or a couple tens of $1,000s of just learning how to be more PR ready. So I find that very interesting. So I don't know if that means that he's going to run or if that means that he just wants to be on the speaking circuit. I don't know what that means. So that's very interesting.
Well, and sometimes people who run do it because they want to be on the speaking circuit. So it's hard to know what people's real aspirations are. Quickly, thank you, Peggy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Morgan. She says she wants to see the sunrise. So, I mean, yeah, it's a good one.
Look,
yeah,
it's a good one, right? Look at that.
It's a good one.
It's a good one, you guys. God bless Texas. It's beautiful, right? I need to move my big ass head. Look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty. I have to like move my camera so you can always see it, right? I'll have to do something about that.
Like you could just do. Oh yeah, there you go. Like, or
there
just
we go.
Maybe recenter it tomorrow. That's
how's
perfect.
That?
Yes,
is that good?
I love it.
All right,
that's
there.
perfect.
You guys can see it all the time. So anyway, so I think that he may actually run. I don't know, but okay. So then another point I have is that when it comes to the DeSantis Trump thing, I like Trump. I really do. I mean, I loved him as a president. I thought he did a fantastic job. I think he was beat up and, just everybody beat the crap out of him. The media did such a number on him. But there's a part of me that's like, I'd really like to see some new blood in our party. Like there's a part of me that I get exhausted because I'm like, I'm sick of the Bushes. I'm sick of the Clintons. I'm kind of sick of it. There's a part of me that's even sick of the Trumps. Like I get exhausted by all the same names only because we've seen them over the past, however many years, 12 years, 16, 20 years, all of the families. Not saying I don't love the Trumps. It's just that I think after a cycle, you're kind of like, okay, now I'd like to see some new blood. So maybe that's why DeSantis is attractive to me. And it would be nice to just—
the reason he's attractive.
So, you know what I mean? So I think that's why people see him and they think, okay, this would be great just to have a new person on the scene. Just have something new, younger
than freaking late 70s. Can we just stop? I mean, enough. And I just want somebody, listen, because I put up a post yesterday about how much I appreciated so much of what Trump did. But But at the same time, he is an exhausting personality. He is an exhausting, self-defeating personality who is constantly stepping on his own feet. And I just really am so tired of the drama that constantly swirls around him, so much of which is self-created. And so, yes, would the media try to tear apart whoever is put up as, as the nominee? Of course they will. But there are certain people who aggravate their own bad press. And there's no one better at that than Donald Trump. So that is, for that and many other reasons, that's why I'm hoping that he just decides, I don't want to do this again, and I'm just going to be a kingmaker, and I'm going to be super involved, which would be great, but maybe just not run. Can we just not? I just can't, you guys. Now, that said, I will totally vote for him if it's Biden or Hillary or whoever. Obviously, I will vote for him. I'm not a never Trumper. Not a never Trumper, never have been. But yeah, that's just not my pick.
Yeah.
And Carrie's point, thank you for the super sticker. Carrie says, it'd be nice to have someone who could do a second term, like a consecutive second term.
Right.
That is a great point.
I totally agree. I think it's a fantastic point. I think that's the whole youth thing, is it would be nice to have somebody young who could do 8 freaking years, because you can't do much in 4 years. You just can't, except for if you're Biden. And you can destroy the country, right? But I mean, it's gonna take a hell of a person to get in there and clean up the mess that he has created, and it's gonna take more than 4 years to clean it up, you guys. So it's gonna take. It's a fantastic point. I mean, a really stellar point, because somebody's gonna have to get in there and clean all this up. It's gonna take 4 years to clean it up, and then 4 years to rebuild. Think about that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, I know you guys hate this, but it must be done. And that is, I need to tell you what's going on in Psaki's world, because she is speaking for the president. Now, granted, we're going to hear from him tonight, but I thought it was super interesting, as I know you did, that all of a sudden masks have been like, everybody just go ahead and take off your masks if you're in Congress.
Yeah.
Fine, you don't need masks.
Yeah.
You don't need those anymore.
Yeah. I wrote about that yesterday at chicksontheright.com, and I was like, isn't it weird? It's so weird.
It's so weird.
People.
So Psaki was asked about that in the presser yesterday directly. So this is a very short clip of her basically saying, nuh-uh. Here it is.
Was it important to the president that masks come off before the State of the Union? Is there a message that he hopes to send with that news?
Well, I would say the president is very powerful, but he couldn't make us be in the green zone that we're in right now in D.C. That's why we are not required. We're not going to be required to wear masks starting tomorrow. So I would say that for him, it had nothing to do with the timing around the State of the Union. He wanted to give the CDC the time to assess and make recommendations that would be clear to the American public about what their recommendations would be for mask wearing moving forward.
I'm confused. You're gonna have to explain this to me. So what's the green zone again? What's the green zone?
It means that's where transmission is low. So like if you're looking at a green, yellow, red scale, if you're in a green zone, that means that transmission in that community is low.
Okay. Okay, wait. So where she's okay, because the virus is the virus. You know what I mean? Right. I'm trying to understand. So okay. All right. It's kind of like because it's kind of like when you go into a restaurant, because these bullshit rules that they put forth. I'm sorry. I get really testy about this, because it doesn't have anything to do with science. It's not science.
No,
it's political science, not science. These people are lunatics. So when I go it's kind of like when I go into a restaurant, and if I'm standing, I have a mask on. When I sit down, I take my mask off, because the virus will fly right by me if I'm sitting down, right?
Because that's 4 feet and higher in the air. I don't know if you knew that. That's science.
Right, because it's like green up there, and then it's like red here. Is that what's happening?
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Thanks.
Or vice versa. I think it's switched.
Oh, okay, but whatever the colors are. Okay, but anyways, it just doesn't affect you when you're sitting. It affects you up here. Mm-hmm. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Thanks, government. Thanks.
Well, and I love how she was like, we're giving an opportunity for the CDC to make it clear to the public, like what the new guidelines are going to be. The CDC has been the farthest away from clear that you can be. There's no clarity ever from the CDC. They've been useless throughout this entire thing. Yeah. I am feeling so generous that I'm not going to show you the other Psaki clip because I have to show you a clip from this crazy professor in Berkeley who is finally talking out loud about what abolishing whiteness is all about. We've heard that a lot, right? By the way, and before I even get to that, did you see that Nicole Harris, what's her name? Nicole Hannah Jones, the 1619 lady?
1619, yeah.
She is complaining about our reaction, not just us, but like the general reaction to what's going on in Europe because it is too blue-eyed and blonde-centric. The fact that everybody is upset about what's happening, that there's a war essentially in Europe is proof of racism because all of a sudden people care about war, where they don't care about it if it's taking place in the Middle East or if it's taking place on the streets with Black people getting shot by cops. That's her point.
Oh
she
my
is
God.
a lunatic, that woman.
Oh my God.
A lunatic.
Okay. All right.
And she is directly responsible for the attitudes of, like you're going to see from this Berkeley professor who is explaining what the abolishment of whiteness really means. Take a listen.
And so that's why I'm coming up with this recent understanding that to abolish whiteness is to abolish white people. And that's very uncomfortable, perhaps, but it asks about our definitions of what race is and what racial justice might mean. Okay?
Okay. It means abolish white people.
Yeah, he just said that. So he wants genocide? Is that what he wants?
He wants genocide. It might be uncomfortable for us to hear that.
Oh, you think that's uncomfortable? You think it's uncomfortable?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. So he's calling for genocide of white people. And he's like, that may be uncomfortable for you. You can suck it. You can suck it.
I mean,
uncomfortable.
This is where we are now. Thanks, Nicole Hannah Jones, you absolute seag. Oh my God. I mean, the damage that she and Ibram Kendi and Robin DiAngelo have caused to the world. Yeah, it cannot be overstated. It can't.
And you know why they've done it? For the almighty dollar. That's why they've done it. They're making so much freaking money on that racket. They don't care because they just put it out there and they're like, you know what? We're just going to make a ton of money. That's like the white fragility chick. That's all she does. She just rolls in the money. She just rolls in it. There's no solution to that problem. There's always going to be racism. There are racist jerks out there, and there always will be, which is unfortunate, and it sucks. It totally sucks. And the whole white fragility thing is just the most ridiculous thing ever. And you know what? We were actually doing really well as a country. We were. Until people like her came along and they were like, oh my God, let's all hate each other. That's exactly that's what these people do. They thrive on hate. They thrive on it. They love it. They want to pin everybody against each other and make everybody hate everybody so they can make money. That's what they do. It's gross. These people are gross. They're the racists. They are. And they're disgusting. They absolutely disgust me in every way.
Because they are absolutely, positively vile. I was going to play a couple of Ron DeSantis clips that we didn't get to yesterday. But I also wanted to mention that I wrote about this yesterday as well at chicksontheright.com. Did you see that there is a university in Scotland who has put trigger warnings on Ernest Hemingway's Old Man and the Sea because it contains, I'm not making this up, that book contains graphic fishing scenes.
Wait. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? A graphic fishing scene? I don't understand. What does that even mean?
I think it just means fishing. I think it means fishing.
Okay. So like a graphic fishing scene, does that mean like a hook is in like a fish's mouth and there's going to be like what? It's going to be graphic, like the fish is going to...
it's an act of violence. So that they are putting warnings on that book so that students can make informed choices before they read Old Man and the Sea.
Do you remember our producer, our old producer, Matt, our executive producer, he used to say, he goes, nobody would ever fish if fish could scream. Do you remember? He used to say that. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember that. Oh my God.
I will never forget that as long as I live. He was like, they wouldn't. Like, can you imagine a fish could scream? Because now every time I like pass a lake right there in the ocean, I think that is so messed up, man. Can you imagine? If fish could
what
scream.
makes this so dumb, even dumber, I mean, it's dumb already, but what makes it dumber is that this particular university is smack dab in the middle of a huge fishing community. It is like literally what sustains the area surrounding the university. So for them to act as though people are going to be wounded by reading about fishing is so dumb on every level. But the fact that they use the term graphic fishing scene, that's what slayed me. I was like, you cannot, what is happening to our world that we're putting trigger warnings on this?
And this generation, man, this generation is just, you and I have had many conversations about that. It's like everything needs a trigger warning. It's like, what is it about this generation where they need warnings for everything? For fishing, you need a trigger warning for fishing?
Yes, because it's graphic.
Wow. God bless you.
Also, if you haven't checked out the government website ready.gov, you're going to be very pleased to note that they have updated their what to do in a nuclear explosion guidelines. And so now they have added in all the COVID precautions, you guys. So now when you're busy, like trying to find a bunker or like trying to find some sort of refuge, just make sure that you're 6 feet apart from your nearest shelter.
Can you believe this crap? Like,
it's real too. It is real. Yes, 100% real.
I read this and I was like, what is even happening? So this has been updated during the Biden administration. So
it was like 4 days ago that it was updated.
Right. So during a nuclear explosion, you're going to give a crap about whether you're 6 feet apart from your family. I assure you.
And wear a mask, you guys. Wear a mask.
I can assure you, if there's a nuclear explosion, I'm not going to give one half a crap whether or not I'm 6 feet apart from the people. In fact, I'm going to hold them closer. So you can suck it, Biden administration. I'm going to be so close to my family. It's going to be crazy how close I am.
Well, family is okay. They're if it's somebody from your household, it's fine. But if you end up sheltering in an emergency shelter with strangers, you better put on a mask and have some hand sanitizer available.
I'm going to hug everybody. Everybody's getting hugs. Everybody's getting hugs. You're coming to my house. Everybody's getting hugs. I mean, this is the most absurd thing ever. You have to be 6 feet apart and wear a mask. And it's like, I just cannot with these people.
This is this administration. This is how dumb they are.
It is the dumbest.
To include that.
Yeah.
Oh, and they said if you need emergency assistance and you have to call 911, please let them know if you've been vaccinated.
Yeah. It's just, and it's absurd too, because it's like they act as if COVID is the only illness too. Like COVID is they update it just for COVID as if COVID is the only thing that anybody's ever gotten ever in the history of ever. These people they're lunatics. They're absolute lunatics. Yeah. Oh my God.
You guys, it is time for some My Pillow talks. Don't forget, if you order something from mypillow.com/chicks, order anything, you're going to get a huge discount on whatever you order. And you're going to get a copy of Mike Lindell's book for absolutely free. Absolutely free. You're going to get this book. And you can play with it like I do on the screen every day. So make sure that you order something, mypillow.com/chicks, code chicks, get all your discounts. Okay. I have some great talks for you today. My dog just opened the door.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought he opened the door. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's been a huge development, you guys, with, how come this is not working? Okay. There's been a huge development with the farm lady that has the mean emu. Karen,
yes.
You know who I'm talking about?
Useless farm.
Useless farm. Huge development. This is like fantastic news. That's why this has already been viewed almost 8 million times. Okay. Look.
That's been following me for more than 4 minutes, knows all about Karen's murderous tendencies. and her absolute love of violence. But something magic happened last night. You look beautiful, Karen.
Oh my God.
Karen is cuddling.
Oh my God.
I don't even have words right now. I'm speechless. You know how often that happens? Anybody that's been following.
I mean, can you
Oh
even?
my God, that's so
It's
huge.
a freaking miracle. It's a
It
miracle.
is.
There is a woman on there's a woman on TikTok who makes fun of ridiculous fashion trends that like super skinny, ridiculous models try. And so she tries to emulate them, and it's always a huge fail, but it's so funny. Here is an example.
These are pants. These are pants. What about the back? What am I meant to do? No.
I love her.
I know, I love her too.
I love her so much. I love her.
Let me tell you her name, because people will get mad if I don't tell you her name.
Oh my gosh, I love her so much. I love her.
She is fantastic, and her name, if you want to follow her, is Erin Sam Joe. Erin Sam Joe. That's her name.
I love her.
Okay, I don't know what this is, but I think it's funny.
Days ago, I was wondering if somebody could like Photoshop wings on. Dad died a couple days ago. I was wondering if somebody could like Photoshop wings on.
What in the world?
They photoshopped wings on him, but just the wrong kind.
The wrong kind of wings. Totally wrong kind of wings.
I did not know that seals did this.
What is even happening?
I don't know.
That is disturbing.
But it's my favorite thing. Also, again, I would just ask you why I can't have this. If there's,
you can, if you want rabies.
We got our doggy shampoo.
I mean, look at how happy he is in his little bath hammock.
Bed that she lays in.
Look at his smile.
He's got a hammock. It's a bath hammock. I cannot. Oh my God.
Clean crystal.
So happy at bath time. Okay,
it's
and
a
then
bath
the last
hammock.
thing that I wanted to show you is this cat with a laser pointer just completely wigging out. Look.
Oh my gosh, I love him. Animals.
Isn't that great?
It's
oh my God,
so
I love
great.
him so much.
Cash,
so great. Anyway, those are your talks. Bye, Cash.
Cash,
say
he's
goodbye to everybody. Say
goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. Get your big. Oh, okay. He's fickle. Well, he does. He just doesn't understand that you're right there. He doesn't. He's looking over
you guys,
here.
I don't want to forget. I have to have this moment of personal privilege because of this sweet gift basket that I told you about that had the Genucell in it that comes from Cindy. So I think this was like a look at his face. Oh my gosh.
I know,
this was like a get well package. So it came with the Genucell and these lovely soaps. And these are seeds that are in the paper. These are paper seeds.
Oh, those are so cute.
Which is so sweet. And then Morgan's daughter, Maribel. I love her so much. I love her. I love Maribel.
Oh my God, the
Maribel
sweetest.
sent me this little Valentine that says, I love you.
Oh my gosh.
Maribel. And then she sent this thing that she says, from Maribel to Mock, if you like checkers and Valentine's Day, then here, I love you. She drew this for me.
That is the sweetest. That must have taken forever to do, too. That is so sweet.
I love her. I love her.
So sweet. I know. So dear. So dear. Just like her mama. Just like her mama.
Oh my God. I just can't with them. I just can't.
You guys, it's Tuesday. We hope you have the most fabulous day. We got to bring it in.
We got to bring it in. And don't forget, you guys, State of the Union at 9:00 tonight. And then sometime tomorrow, probably like in the evening. Okay. So I'm guessing, I don't even know, man. It could be like 7 or 8 o'clock at night Eastern. I don't even know.
Right.
Because my day tomorrow is so unpredictable.
She'll be traveling.
And I have no idea. We definitely want to talk to you.
But we will not have a thing tomorrow. We will not have a podcast. We won't have a little thing. We won't have this tomorrow morning. Okay. So everybody sleep. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to be doing this tomorrow morning.
No. We'll have one tomorrow, but it'll be like at a weird time.
That's what I'm saying. We won't be doing this tomorrow morning, same time. We'll be doing it tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm sorry.
We'll be doing this tomorrow night. So you guys sleep in tomorrow, and then we'll be doing this tomorrow night sometime. And she will let you know what time that is, because I don't know. I'm at her mercy.
What I'll do is once I land, I'll probably like text you and like tell you what's going on, and then I can put up a post when I get to my parents' house that will give people some notice about when it might be. But it'll definitely be sometime tomorrow. We just don't know exactly when. And then don't forget, same thing kind of on Thursday, Friday, Monday. It's going to be probably around 10 a.m. Eastern those 3 days, right? Or like 11. Yeah. I don't even know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know. But just know that everything's kind of borked the next couple of days, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to you tomorrow evening, okay? Tomorrow evening. Watch the State of the Union, and we'll talk to you tomorrow evening, okay? Bye everybody.